सकते हैं और कौन से इंडस्ट्री वर्टिकल्स हैं जिसमें हम एआई की पावर को यूज कर सकते हैं विद इन फाइनेंशियल इंडस्ट्री। तो मैं दावत दूंगा मिस्टर आजम याह्या को कि अपनी स्टेज पर ज्वाइन करें और हमें
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Azam Yahya, but with the traditional approach basically at the moment. To start off with, the speakers before me have covered these areas. These are the areas in which AI are currently used. There is a financial market area, then there is the retail banking and insurance area. This is the biggest part of the financial market, which is of my interest that I usually look into. Like the speaker before me, Omer has talked about a lot about retail banking, but more or less my interest remains with the financial markets, specifically with the market asset pricing predictions. It's basically the market asset price prediction in stock market is basically you're trying to predict the price of an asset. And if you talk about other things, if you talk about the risk analysis, the risk management departments look at the value at risk. They do the stress testing. They do different they implement different parts of regulatory frameworks and so forth. Omer has talked about retail banking and how the AI is being used. Basically, if you sum it up, he has talked about the brand sentiments, the new analysis, and maybe social network analysis to a bit. So, if you talk about the developed world, we can say in US to be specific, 38% of the companies are using AI in some capacity. So these are the companies that have been using. They include investment banking, the big four companies, the hedge funds. So my first topic, which I think in case of futuristic opportunities is concerned, is the quantitative hedge fund. My first the topic, the quantitative hedge fund. If you talk about quantitative hedge funds, quantitative hedge fund, if you talk, internationally in the developed world, in Pakistan it's not there as of yet. But if you talk about in the US, machine learning has been taking over the way how the investing is being done. So with huge big data, if we talk about the data available, we think that this is the possibility, or this is the next big thing as far as the finance is concerned, the stock market is concerned in Pakistan. Because the big advantage for it is basically to support the economic trends. If, for example, in general, if you talk about like if I give you 5 different factors for a stock, it's very easy to analyze, and you can say that this is going to happen tomorrow. But if there are like 100,000 things happening all over the world, so what would be the impact on the security or underlying asset? That's a different thing. Then in that case, machine learning it's a powerful technology which is better than the human. So this basically hedge fund relies more on the machine learning and other systematic strategies. So to implement trading strategies. As far as the non-quant fund is concerned, basically the fundamental funds, most of the funds, like all of the funds I know in Pakistan are the fundamental funds. They are discretionary funds. Basically, they are run by the portfolio managers. They mainly look at the fundamental factors of the company, and then they base their bet on this, whether if the security is undervalued or overvalued. If the security is overvalued, they tend to sell it. If the security is undervalued, they buy it in an anticipation that it's going to increase in prices. On the other hand, the quant funds, they use mathematical models to predict the direction or maybe the price of the instrument. So if they think that the price is going to go up, so they're going to go long on it. And if they think if the price is going to go negative, then they're going to go short on this. So these are basically the type of quants, the quant area which are currently unexplored in Pakistan. But if you talk about the world in general, these are the cases where the quant has been applied. The first one is the statistical arbitrage. It's kind of a pair trading. If you talk about, for example, two stocks, if you just talk about, for example, cement industry, for example, there is Lucky Cement and there is DG Khan Cement. If, for example, there is a high correlation between the two stocks, maybe around 0.9 or 0.8. So we think that because these are highly correlated, so what we can do is, if the price of, for example, DG increases, we know that because Lucky Cement is also correlated with it, we are going to buy in anticipation that the price will increase. The second one is the high frequency trading. It's usually big investment banks do usually have a big platforms. They trade a lot of they transact a lot of orders in a very high speeds. So, and the third one is the quant macro. They look at the fundamentals of the country. They make a bet on the country, looking at the fundamentals. If looking at the interest rates, the inflation rate, the GDP, the exchange rate, and so on and so forth. Then there's a systematic mergers. They look at the mergers and acquisitions, and finally the quant area, which is of my interest, which to be specific, which look at if the price of equity is going to up or down, looking at certain factors. So these are the kind of data which is used, which is generally used by the quants. The first one is the fundamental. This is the most easily available data. These include the profit and loss items, the balance sheet items, the macro variable, the inflation, the interest rate, the exchange rate, and different factors for a company. Then there is the market data. This is also very easily available. This is the price data, the volatility, the volumes data, and so on and so forth. The analytics data and the alternative data is something which has been of interest in the West as well. Analytics data includes basically the analyst recommendation. They incorporate these things into the model to predict the prices with more accuracy. And the one thing more that one of the hedge funds, AQR, they say that machine learning itself is nothing, because machine learning, if you say, okay, if I know how to do machine learning, it's like saying I have a tool to build a house. So basically, data is the what you can say, the oil or the money in this case. If you have the data which no one else have, you can definitely get an alpha. So according to a report, 5 of the 6 largest firms, if you talk about the hedge funds, they are basically using computers or algorithms in some capacity to make the decisions. And we are seeing that this is going to continue over the years as the computers and technology get stronger. So there is a concern whether the quants will take over the non. So people are not very willing to use this machine learning techniques. Reason being, there is, as we know, that these machine learning techniques don't. These machine learning tools don't have a very explanatory power. So that they call them black boxes. So this is one reason, and they said that they are very counterintuitive. So this is the reason. This is the reason why why the quants why there's a quant hegemony. Basically, it's the reason that something which is counterintuitive makes a better decision that no one else have it. So because if you and me both have the same same information, so then there is no point me getting the alpha. So again, these are the organizations that are using artificial intelligence, and most of them are the hedge funds that I'm talking about. These are the hedge funds, and that are using AI in some capacities. The second topic where real estate can be used is where artificial intelligence can be used is the real estate valuation. So as we talk about the market in general, it's currently as far as Karachi is concerned, it's basically the seller's market where the demand outstrips the supply, and as we have seen, the prices have increased exorbitantly. So, why is it important in the first place? Why do we need valuation? Maybe because if the seller puts the ask for price too high, he may not get the acquire, or he may undersell it if he puts a price too low. On the other hand, therefore, it's very important to have a good negotiation or something in between, so that it can you can hit the deal. And then there are people, for example, the accountants have a different aspect for valuation. They are looking for they want to mark the profit to the market, while there's a valuator or the lender who want to seek the estimate of the estimate who are seeking the valuation to seek the estimate. So as we know, the valuation which was done previously by the government, the government in this the bill before the supplementary bill abolished the valuation fixed by FPR, because there was huge difference between what the actual DC value is and the market value. So, do you think that that's a solution to it, just by abolishing the rate? No, I don't think so. That's a solution. So, in this is where basically the AI comes in. So, basically, with a lot of these days, there are a lot of real estate portals. There is a lot of data with the FPR and the other real estate agents, which can be used to determine the value of the property. For example, I made a small app on this. It was just a friendly. It was just for fun. I can show you after the talk. It was basically I've used certain parameters. For example, the number of houses, the number of bathrooms, the area, if it has any amenities. For example, the parking, or if it has a garden, so on and so forth. So it was not a very good one, but it did give an idea like where the property is, because if the property in the defense definitely was to showing a better value or a higher value than in PCSs. So these are the companies which are currently these are basically the companies in the US and the West and the Europe, which are using AI in some capacity. One of the famous estimator from this company is Estimate, and there was an estimate they have been growing, and the accuracy have been growing over the period of time. A lot of people have been relying on their estimates. My final topic is on tax audit. How artificial intelligence can be used on this tax audit for the tax audit. As we know, there's the tax filing the text filing season is just around, and everyone has a concern who's a taxpayer that they may be audited by the MPR. So, how can machine learning help? Basically, it's a two-way process. It can help the taxpayer predict the likelihood that may arise as a result of an error or an omission, so that he may correct the error or the inconsistencies, so that he doesn't he's not nudged by the MPR. On the other hand, it can also help the MPR to detect the people who are tax evading, rather than bothering every second person. So this is the general process that how to go about it. It goes into bit of nitty-gritties, for example, because the tax law itself is formless, and there's a lot of, it's very pervasive. There's a branch of AI called NLP, which interacts with it's basically the computer interacts with the human languages to detect to understand or to give or to understand what it's going to say. So then we can ask people from the industry, the chartered accountants and the ACCS, to help include their domain knowledge in the models. And then we can make models. In this case, the machine learning model, decision tree is a good thing to start with. This is a single example. It's a simple example. For example, if the taxable income is greater than 400,000, and if the donations are greater than 40,000, and if the number of donations are less than 3, the probability of audit is 68%. So, what can be done in Pakistan? So we think that tax experts who have a good understanding of company finances can work with data scientists to generate a system that can help predict the tax audit and help FBR with finding people who are evading the taxes. So currently, these are the companies who have been doing this internationally. So, thank you very much.